Hey, welcome back to Stock Talk with Eric Anthony. I know it's been a while, but truth be told, there hasn't been a lot of news that's been coming out for some of my favorite companies. For today, I have some updates on Alpp, Amazon, and one of the very few penny stocks that I have been in. So, disclosure, not financial advice, but one of my favorite ones just from like an energy, in the energy sector, and that is Ozsc. So yeah, let's get into it. Alpine 4 Holdings subsidiary RCA Commercial begins the Q3 with a record $2.5 million of new orders. These orders equate to the company's largest weekly group of orders in RCA Commercial's history. The company is experiencing strong demand for many of its products, including its line of commercial TVs, advanced LED lighting systems, and hospitality-related products. The VP of RCA Commercial, Andrew Spence, had this to say: "We founded RCA Commercial in 2006, and it brings us great pride to set this record weekly revenue well under the umbrella of Alpine 4 Holdings. As exciting as this record is, we always continue to innovate and look to the future. Access to A4 subsidiaries has led to a collaboration with ElectJet for consumer-based products that we are incredibly excited about. While it takes time to design and develop brand new products, we look forward to expanding our product offering and fulfillment of these products through our well-established distribution channels." Kent Wilson, CEO of Alpine 4, had this to say: "At RCA Commercial, we offer various solutions including advanced LED lighting systems, commercial TVs, healthcare technology products, energy storage systems, and much more. It's our overarching goal to provide our customers with synergistic products and services that truly set us apart from the competition. RCA will reside in the A4 Technologies portfolio as both a stabilizer and a facilitator from Alpine 4's DSF business model." Quick tidbit on RCA Commercial: RCA's rich history of innovative problem solving is the catalyst behind the full line of RCA Commercial's TVs and electronics that are designed to meet the unique needs of the lodging, healthcare, education, and other commercial products now and in the future. RCA is also a pioneer in the design and manufacturing of new energy-efficient LED lighting products, having invented the first blue light emitting LED light and introducing modern LED products over a decade ago. Okay, so that's the update with RCA and with Alpp. Again, it's just 1 week, but it's pretty exciting. For all my Alpp longs out there, I know I've gotten a bunch of messages about like, have you heard from them? Have you seen any news? And truth be told, the answer is no. I haven't seen any other news besides this today, so super excited to see that. At the time of this recording, Alpp was up just under 8% at about 73 cents. And I know in the past week or two, we've kind of, we finally passed 80 cents. We were hovering around 81, 82 cents, and then it came back down. Just remember, for all you investors out there, we do have CPI data coming out on the 10th. So, always keep in mind the run-ups that kind of happen with the buy the rumor, sell the news type of thing when it comes to the state of our economy. And the Fed minutes just started to come out too that are pretty hawkish. So that is probably no bueno, but we'll see how that affects the growth sector, especially for stocks. I don't really know how often you guys check out your portfolio, but what I have noticed is that it seems that a lot of the Mount Fang, so like the Microsofts, the Apples, the Amazons, the Teslas, they've been hit pretty hard, especially as we've been hearing the talks about recession and are we going to be in a recession? Truth be told, it feels like we are in one. But that's neither here nor there. Piggybacking off of that, it seems to me that some of our growth stocks, or whether it's like a Palantir, even like a Firm, Bingo, some of these high growth sectors haven't seemed to be as negatively impacted by all the recession talk that we've heard. It kind of seems like now, we all saw that the crude oil, went straight down just the other day, and we're starting to see a lot of the high value stocks be more impacted. So anyway, I just want to bring that to your attention, as it's a little bit of a breath of fresh air to kind of see the high growth stocks finally get a little bit of love and not get so negatively impacted. Again, that's just my humble opinion. But anyway, speaking of the Mount Fang stocks and Amazon, let's hop into this Amazon news that came out earlier today. Amazon's bringing Grubhub to Prime users after buying a 2% stake in the company. On Wednesday, they signed a deal with Grubhub's parent company to acquire a 2% stake in American food delivery platform and its Grubhub Plus service and add its Grubhub Plus service to its Prime membership, a move that comes more than 3 years after the e-commerce giant shut down its own similar service in the United States amid stiff competition. Grubhub's Dutch parent company Just Eat Takeaway announced that all Amazon Prime members in the United States will receive 1 year of free access to Grubhub Plus, a $10 a month subscription service that allows users to order food with zero delivery fees. Just Eat expects the deal to expand Grubhub Plus user base without having any impact on the company's earning and cash flow for this year. The deal between Amazon and Just Eat will renew every year unless either company chooses to terminate it. As part of the deal, Amazon may choose to increase its stake in Grubhub up to 15%. Just Eat noted it is also pursuing either a partial or full sale of Grubhub. The price of Just Eat's Amsterdam listed shares have surged since the deal was officially announced, and they were up roughly about 18.84% during the afternoon trading. Here's a little bit of a background on what was happening. The addition of Grubhub to Amazon's Prime bouquet of services is not the tech giant's first attempt of tackling the restaurant delivery market. In 2015, the company launched Amazon Restaurants, a service that allowed Prime members in several United States cities to order food delivery from local restaurants. The company, however, failed to compete with the likes of Grubhub, Uber Eats, and Postmates, and was eventually forced to shut down in 2019. Now, last year, Amazon signed a deal with Just Eat's competitor Deliveroo to offer its free delivery service to Prime members in the UK and Ireland. And in 2019, Deliveroo raised $575 million in a venture capital funding round led by Amazon. Just Eat in 2020 beat out Uber to acquire Grubhub for $7.3 billion. The acquisition, which was intended to give the European delivery giant a presence in the United States, though had faced many pushbacks from its investors. Okay, that just kind of wraps up the news with Amazon. Long story short, Amazon now has a stake in Grubhub. They're back in the food delivery market, and for all you Prime members out there, it's going to be free to you for the next year. And now why I think this is pretty cool for the drone community is that, here on this channel, we've talked about Alpp, we've talked about Dronedek, we've talked about Whhhy, we've talked about many different drone companies that are, and what they're doing over there in Google. And unfortunately, a lot of the shortcomings that Amazon has had with drone delivery. So I'm wondering now that they have this infrastructure in place with Grubhub, that maybe we start seeing some pilot programs that take place in select cities for some of same day delivery, or maybe within the same hour, depending on when you make that order for food. And hopefully those deliveries are made via drone. So again, I think this is pretty exciting. Just like with anything, things aren't going to happen overnight, but with this happening, and now that they're going to get an idea of exactly how many Amazon Prime users are actually going to utilize Grubhub, I think it will give them a great opportunity to figure out just when and how they can utilize drones to their benefit. And hopefully we finally get to see some of these drone deliveries start to take off for Amazon that we know that they've been working on for almost 10 years. So again, this article is just about the Amazon Grubhub partnership, and it's just purely my thought process on why I think this could affect the drone delivery market in the future. So just want to bring that to your attention. And now let's move on to Ozsc. Actually, before we go on to Ozsc, speaking about drone delivery, for all my Dronedek fans out there and Alpp fans, remember the pilot program is starting soon out in Indiana. Dronedek also is starting out something out in Oklahoma. But before we get more into that, on July 18th, Dronedek will be starting a new round of capital raising. So if any of you guys are interested in that, check the link below. I'll put the link so you guys can click on it, add your name to the list. It's via StartEngine. And if any of you guys are interested in investing into a startup such as Dronedek, well, now you'll have an opportunity. Now let's move into Ozsc. And really quick, since we're on the topic of the energy sectors and high growth stocks such as ABML and Ozsc, Alpp. Just let's check out how the sector did today. At the time of the recording, we see that, Lee Cycle Holdings was actually up today. BYD was up today. ABML up today. RCAT down just under 4%. Alpp up again just about 8%. Polestar up 9%. And if you guys notice, Polestar is now PSNY. Before it was GGIP, and now they have finally changed their name to PSNY. And when that occurred, there was actually a pretty big spike. It went from like $9, $10, $11, $12. And so let me know if any of you guys in the comments below were able to take advantage of that little run up. Getting back to this sector, we have NEO down about 6%, Rivian up about 10%. We'll talk more about why Rivian was up tomorrow. Lucid up 6%, and Ozsc up 26.67%. Now, why were they up so much? Let's get into that. Ozsc Energy Solutions Inc. to report a substantial revenue growth for Q2 2022 over 2021. Ozsc is pleased to announce that it expects to report revenues of approximately $4.879 million and $7.61 million for the 3 and 6 months ended June 30th, 2022, compared to the $1.2 million and $2 million for the 3 and 6 months that ended in June 30th, 2021. The increases represent approximately a 58% increase in Q2 versus Q1 and a 283% increase for Q2 versus Q2 of 2021, along with a 285% increase for year-to-date sales through June 30th, 2022 versus 2021. The sales from the California division of Ozsc Energy Systems OES accounted for $4.5 million and $7 million for the 3 and 6 months that ended June 30th, 2022, compared to the $1.2 million and for the 3 and 6 months that ended in June 30th, 2021. Other sales from OES were $233,000 and $657,000 for the 3 and 6 months that ended on June 30th, 2022, which were all, and again, all these were all initial sales related to battery storage. And again, that's the whole reason why I have decided to invest in this company, is for what they can do with their Neo grids. If you guys want more information, check out my page and you can just look at Ozsc and we kind of go into who they are and some of the things that they focus on. Power conversion technology sales were $113,000 and $276,000 for the 3 and 6 months that ended June 30th, 2022, compared to the $19K and $815K for the 3 and 6 months that ended in 2021 of June 30th. Additionally, Ozsc Engineering and Design added $16,000 in sales for the 3 and 6 months that ended on June 30th, 2022. The company's CEO, Brian Conway, had this to say: "We are most satisfied with the sales we were able to generate from OES in the recently completed quarter. As we all know, there has been quite a bit of uncertainty in most foreign manufacturers' ability to produce and export products into the United States. Our West Coast team has done an outstanding job in securing products during the second quarter to enable the company to achieve the increases as stated above. Purchase orders and significant deposits had to and continually need to be placed far in advance to secure future deliveries of products. The company is currently analyzing the timing of the deliveries of such orders from our vendors, and we anticipate that the final 6 months of 2022 will generate greater revenues than the 6 months that ended on June 30th, 2022, with the Q4 22 revenues exceeding the Q3 revenues." And so now we anticipate that Q4 is going to be better than Q3, and with Q3 already getting to almost a 300% year-over-year increase, that is pretty exciting news for all of you Ozsc fans out there and investors out there as well. So again, I just want to bring that to your attention. I know we don't usually talk about Ozsc that often, but again, just like with Alpp and just some of these other companies that I'm a big fan of, there just hasn't been any white paper news. I think the reason for this has to do more with just the state of the market. We're seeing every day, it doesn't really matter what company, you're almost seeing newer, higher lows, and it seems that every other day we get something that goes like this and it just comes right back down. And it's kind of hard to I don't even know if we've had any real runs lately in any other sector besides like oil. You know, if you guys know anything about like Forex or commodities, please let me know. I'm not too educated in that part of the market, so I can't really speak on it. But from the things that I follow here, you know, whether it's like genomics or 3D printing, it just seems like everything is kind of moving sideways, and then we kind of get some fake runs and they come right back down. So it's almost like we're taking 2 steps forward and then like 3 steps back. And so for me personally, I do want to report on some things, especially on some stock market activity or on some share price activity. But at the same time, by the time I get the video done and set up and put out, the price has already gone back way back to where it was before I even got the video started. So I'm like, well, let me just wait until we get some official news, and then that will be when I will make a video. So again, I have some pretty cool videos lined up finally. You know, I don't have any, you know, vacations lined up, so I do anticipate we get some more videos here on the channel, and hopefully we can kind of re-engage the community in what some things to come, and especially for Alpp. You know, the last real time that I heard anything was when we got some of their, you know, the earnings report back in May. So that's almost been like 2 months. So that's been quite a while to just have things pretty dormant, you know. But trying to look at the glass half full, the last time Alpp was this quiet, then that was kind of around the time when they uplisted and things just went boom, 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 boom. So hopefully, you know, now that we've had a couple months for things to go by, we finally get this information regarding RCA and the record numbers that they're producing there. Hopefully, you know, the next couple days we start getting even more white paper announcements, and really, and finally some contracts with some big names regarding how they anticipate to include some of their subsidiaries all in one, such as Electjet, RCA, and Whhhy, and hopefully we can figure out exactly what they have planned and where they anticipate the company going in the drone space, because that's where I'm really excited for the company. I do love all the other things that fit the DSF model, such as, you know, quality circuit, but I am super excited to see where they go in the drone market. So much so that I will be out there in the next couple months to go pay them a visit and get hopefully an inside look at the facility and how they put everything together, and maybe we can get a little bit more information on what are some of the next things that they envision for the end of 2022 and 2023. But okay, well, again, I just want to bring that information to you guys' attention. Like always, thank you so much for checking in with Stock Talk with Eric Anthony, and I will see you mañana.